So, welcome. Flight from Lake Tahoe to Sacramento International. Today it's gonna be a VFR flight because we've done some series of IFR flying, and I believe that it's time for a change to get back to our beloved VFR flying. Sacramento International is the class Charlie Airport, so we'll talk about how to enter that airspace and what do we need. Weather, yeah, I've just copied the latest BTARs and TAFs. As you could see, we can see that at our departure we have some gusting wind from the north. At our destination we have, yeah, that's that might be problematic, such a wind. So 19 knots, gusting 25. The direction is 310. So if I check immediately the runway layout there, I had it here. So 312, let's see the magnetic variation, and that should be about 10 degrees east. Here is the line, almost 15 degrees east. So the wind in fact is right now about 290 or 300. In which case, in any case, it's kind of a crosswind from the left. If we are using runways 35s. So yeah, so the crosswind component can be even close to 15 degrees, gusting more. So it should make for a very interesting landing. Personally, in real, I would probably just, well, not probably, but definitely just delay the flight. I don't want to land in these crosswinds in my general aviation stuff. But let's see how that goes. I believe that the explanation for those very high winds can be in the pressure differences. We have 3023 here and we have 2988 there. True, we have a different altitude as well, and it's always kind of counted based on the sea level. Yeah, sea level, but still, I believe there is some pressure difference there, so hence the wind. Other stuff like clouds, that's clear sky here, as we are used to on our recent flights. And also the wind at altitude should not be such a problem. It's basically less than it is on the surface, or almost the same. So that's fine. So apart from the wind, I believe we are quite alright. The destination, as I said, class Charlie. We can see these maroon circles around Sacramento. The surface portion is kind of there's some place or some area that is excluded from it because there is another airport there, right there, Riego flight strip, private. It's kind of funny that for some private strip they would like eat part of the Class Charlie airspace, but that's it. And we will be coming here from the east, so we need to go here, and we should contact NORCAL approach within 20 nautical miles if we are to land there. Route planning. There are basically two options, I believe, how to cross these mountains, or three if I need to be specific. One is, as I depicted, there should be some valley that the road goes through in here. I believe there is another valley here west of the Tahoma town. And obviously the third option is to just climb enough and just cross the mountains. Last time, when I was at the end of this session, we were speaking about plans for next time. Someone suggested that this should be quite a good opportunity to follow the Interstate 50. So that's what I've chosen here, and I will try to fly this. Regarding other airspaces, apart from the Class Charlie, we have also Class Delta here, Sacramento Mother, Arthur. We should not be crossing it, but it's still here. And then we have McLean Airfield. This maroon dashed line, that line means that it is a class Echo all the way to the ground. Normally you have class Golf close to the ground, but here it's class Echo. Other than that, I don't really see anything else. We, for a change, do not have any military operations area, and while we are flying in the lowlands, these will not be there so much, because that would really be problematic for the citizens. So I believe that that's it right there for route planning. And I promised that we will do at least one leg here on the navlog, because I believe that this is something that you don't really practice very often. So I've decided that I will show you here how this could be planned.
Hey, Thomas.
Yes.
One question on the class Echo.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any ATC communication, anything that we need to do, or do we just fly right past it?
Class Echo doesn't require you to have any radio contact with anyone.
Okay, thank you.
Because normally where we fly is class Echo. Majority of the flying you do is class Echo. Once you are,
I've never seen. Yeah, I've never seen the brown dashed, which you said it's all the way to the ground. Maybe that's why I
you mean
thought
this one
was different.
around McLean?
Yeah, right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was also around Astoria when we were flying there. So yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Because you have these, I don't know how they are called, these thick borders.
Yeah, faded.
And faded, yes. And basically on the outside of it here, you have a class Echo starting at 1200 feet AGL. And inside of these, you have the class Echo starting at 700 feet AGL. Right?
Right.
And here inside that, you have class Echo starting all the way on the surface. So 0 AGL. All right. So let's get here. So what do we need to know? Obviously, first we draw our lines, and I'm gonna do this portion. So from there to here, these 25 nautical miles. All right. So that is what I will try to enter in my navlog. So that's 1, 2 from the second fix onward. Okay. So that's from Echo Lake to Pollock Pines, right? So this one. I will change to the pen. Yes, and I hope that that's okay. I cannot just Control Z here. So Echo Lake to Pollock Pines. So what do you need to know? Obviously, you draw the line, so you know the distance, right? So leg distance was, I believe, 25 miles, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, so let's do 25 miles. The next thing you need to know is the true course. And normally you have your sectional, paper sectional, you have the ruler, the triangle, or anything else, and you just measure the degrees. Here I will just help myself with the navlog that the SkyVector generates just to get this true course, and that should be 263. And nothing else I'm gonna take from the navlog that was generated, just this one, 263, right? Degrees. I'll just check on the map that it is reasonable. Yes, so straight horizontal line would be 270, and 263 seems quite reasonable. So what I do next, so I have a true course and I have lag distance. I need altitude. So I think that I'm gonna fly it at 8,500 feet. I'll just enter it here. And I need a wind and true airspeed. That is the data that I can like input in here directly because I found that information somewhere. The rest or most of the rest I will need to compute. So true airspeed, I estimate that I will be doing 150 knots. Wind direction, again, I can take it from the sky vector, but what I can also do is I have this wind forecast here. So if I go to 9,000 feet and I check that what the wind is, I would estimate that the wind is around, and I will be someplace there. So the wind, let's say, is 15 knots and the direction will be, what will it be, 185 or 190, right? So I will do 190 and velocity 15. Later I will check on the sky vector navlog what they provided. So direction is 190 and velocity was 15 knots. All right. So now I will take my E6B calculator here and we'll do it old school way. I will flip to the wind side and we will determine what is our true heading, right? Because we have true course and we have a wind, so now we can calculate our wind correction angle. So let's try to do that. First, if you don't remember how to do that, you have a guide here. So first you set wind direction under true index. So this is true index, and I will rotate this inner dial to set the wind direction of 190. Next, I need to mark wind velocity up from the center point. So this is center point, and my wind velocity is 15. So I will just make a dot here. Normally you have a pencil and you make the dot there with the pencil. Next, set true course under true index. So my true course was 263. Write this under true index. And now I will slide this one in a way that the wind velocity mark is to my true airspeed. So my true airspeed is 150. So I slide it all the way that this red dot or pencil dot is at 150 speed. And now I can read my wind correction angle, which is here. You can see this is 5 degrees, so I would say that my wind correction angle will be 6 degrees to the left. So I will go back here and I will type here -6 degrees here in wind correction angle. And under the dot, under the center, I read my ground speed, which is 145. So my ground speed is 145. Right, so I have my wind correction angle, I have my ground speed, I have my distance. So from ground speed and distance, I am able to calculate the time, and that is also something you can do here, but on this slide rule side. And I do that in a way that if you see that rate arrow, I will point it to my speed. So 145, I will point it here. 145, and then I will, on the outer ring, I will find my distance, which is 25 miles, and on the inner ring, I will read how many minutes it will take. So for 25 miles, it will take 10 minutes and a half, roughly, right? So this is 10, this is 11, so 10 and a half minutes. So I will just go here and estimated time, I will time 10:30. Right, so this is estimated time. Now I can calculate my magnetic heading. So true heading from these is 263 minus 6, so that's 257. Magnetic variation, I believe it was 13, right? Or 13 or 14. Let's see. Let's take this line. So 13, and this line, another one was 13 and a half. So let's use 13. And it's east variation, so again minus. And excuse my mouse writing here. And magnetic heading will be 257 minus 13, which is 244 degrees. Now depth is deviation, so if you need to, I don't know if I have, yes, this is a deviation card, right, for the magnetic compass. And it says that to fly 240, you should steer 239. So basically what I should do here is my deviation for this course is minus 1 degree. And in that case, compass heading should be 243 degrees. And I believe I have everything that I need. Now I will bring up this navlog, or I will generate navlog first. So 150 altitude 05 085. I will generate that navlog, make it a little bit less, and let's see if we got this right. This lag that was here is kind of combined from this user fix to this user fix. There's a top of climb in between of those, so ignore those, please. Actually, it's no, it's from here to there, right? Yes. So from this user fix to this user fix, this should be the one, yeah, 263. So what I calculated, hope I have it correct. The wind that it estimates for me is actually 48 at 6 and not 190 at 15, what I calculated, and I don't know why that is. What could be the reason? Do I have the correct navlog? Yeah. Okay, let's check again the weather. Have I interpreted the wind correctly? Oh yeah. I see where I made a mistake. I changed the direction, right? So the wind is coming from the north. And nobody corrected me here. I'm disappointed. So the wind is actually from the north. So I would say that it's not 190, but it's actually 010. I would use 010. So let's try to fix it, right? So this is not correct, this is correct, this is not correct, this is not correct. Obviously this is not correct, and this either. So we are almost at the beginning, sorry for that. Yeah, so it sometimes happens to me that I kind of change the direction of the wind.
Yeah, me too. Classic 180-degree mistake. That's why I didn't notice either.
Yeah. So again, the sky vector says that the wind is like 48 degrees at 6, but you know, I don't have that. I have only the wind chart, so I will still continue using the wind chart. So 10 degrees, 15. It's blue now. Okay. Now I rotate it to 263. I slide the rule in a way that the dot is on 150, and I can see that the wind correction is now +6 and my ground speed is 154. So it's +6 and my ground speed is 154. In that case, it's 269er here, and it's 256 here, and it's 255 in there, and I need time. So again, speed under the rate, so 154. Yeah, there we go. and then 25 miles, and the time is 9 minutes and 3/4. So let's say 10 minutes, okay? Let's not make it as complicated. 10 minutes. Okay, and now let's compare it, and 010. Now let's compare what the navlog generated here. So it's this like, I will just highlight it. So what do I have? I have wind, obviously a little bit different, right? True airspeed. Since the wind is different and wind correction angle is different, it's just +1 degree, not 6. So magnetic heading that it calculated is 252. I calculated 256. It's just 4 degrees. It's very marginal, and you correct that by actually seeing where we are going. And it's pretty close. And the time is 10 minutes. Ground speed 155. I calculated 154. As you can see, this is what it calculated. When you are doing that on paper and you fill out like the wind and true airspeed and everything, it's actually pretty quick to get these other data, because you just slightly rotate. Usually what you do, you do not change the wind. Here you can see that we have altogether different wind, on these legs, but normally what you do is you kind of extrapolate, you kind of average that out, and you use the same value. Maybe if it is different too much, then you just pick 2, and then you just go here on the calculator, and basically when you already have your dot ready there, you basically just rotate, to the new true course, slide to speed, and immediately read those 2 values. So it's pretty quick. I believe for this log you can fill it in 5 minutes easily. The biggest problem is obviously getting your true course from the paper. It's something that you can easily make a mistake of several degrees when measuring with the ruler. But I believe that it's still good exercise for aviators to actually hone this skill from time to time, at least. Any questions? How to fill this out? If not, I just wanted to include it, so we have something new here. Let's speak about the departure. Today, I believe the winds, and let's check the weather again, what it currently says. And it says that the winds are from the north, so we should be using runway 36. And runway 36 at Lake Tahoe Airport has a right traffic pattern. So that means that the recommended procedure is either like straight out to at least 1500 feet AGL, or at 1000 feet AGL you can divert like to the right. Since I want to come around, then I'll just continue straight and turn around when I can. Yep. So that's a departure, pretty easy enough. Remember, we have a CTA frequency of 122.85. En route portion, I haven't checked if we have any ATC. We have Albuquerque Center, but that doesn't cover us. So for now we don't have any, but if we did, you are able to ask for a flight following, and definitely check if we have any controller online before you enter the class Charlie, because for that you need to have a 2-way radio communication with them. Arrival, as I said, this is an example of the call, and obviously not Canyon Tower, but Sacramento, or not Sacramento, Capitol Tower, right? If you bring up the airport diagram chart, normally you would maybe call it Sacramento traffic, right? But if we are calling the tower, then it's Capitol Tower, and it's written here on the chart. Because I believe there are a lot of airports called Sacramento in that area, so it's Capitol. Maybe even Capitol traffic might do, actually, for this. And we will definitely use 125.7 as our CTAF frequency if we don't have any controller. So it would be Capital Tower, November 123 Alpha Bravo is a type Piper Comanche, Slant Alpha. And this is obviously not correct position. And do we have any recognizable? Yeah, you can basically say that you are at Folsom Lake, right? That's nice 20 miles out of the airport. So it can read Capital Tower, November 123 Alpha Bravo, Piper Comanche, Slant Alpha, forgot the lake, Folsom Lake at 2,500 feet, full stop with information, Romeo, or with weather, if you have it. And they can answer something like, either they can ask you to squawk something specific, in that case you will do that and reply, or they will give you approach instructions. So for this, I believe that they might give you something like a joint left base runway 17 left, for example, or something like that, and maybe report 3 mile final, or sorry, report 3 mile out of it. So whatever instructions they give you, you adhere to that, or you request something else. Because, for example, here you can see that I would like to park here at the South General Aviation Parking, where is the Modern Aviation FBO, and I definitely don't want to be landing at 17 left. Or maybe I want to tour the airport and I'll land at 17 left. Maybe I'll do that because I want to see the airport. But normally I would aim for 17 right, or maybe not 17, since the wind will be favoring 3.5s. So in that case, 3.5 left would be the one that I would choose. What is the problem here is that in order to get to 3.5 left, you need to cross the final of 3.5 right. And they might not be able to give that to you, or they might tell you to cross this airport midfield and then join left downwind of 3.5 left. So this would probably be what the ATC would give you if you wanted runway 35 left. And I believe that that is also what I will simulate. I will not be simulating any kind of teardrop entries into this controlled airport, because normally you would get the tower here every time. So this is what I'm planning to do. Overfly the airport, maybe a little bit like here even, or maybe midfield, that's safer because of possible go-arounds, and then join the downwind. Any questions to these procedures?
Maybe a comment.
Mm-hmm.
It says in the airport chart that you should plan VFR patterns to east, so I guess it's for noise reduction. I guess if you want to go 3.5 right, you could just fly a left pattern over the field of the airport and then land 3.5 right.
I want 3.5 left.
3.5 left, sorry. Well, that's what I meant to say.
This is left traffic. So mean right traffic, right over the field?
Yeah, no, I'm confused. Right traffic over the field, yeah.
I would be surprised if they gave me right traffic over the field, because then you would be kind of flying there. But yeah, depends what the ATC gives you. Let's check the where we have. Bring that up. Was it here somewhere?
It should be in the remarks. I have the Jepson chart, so but it should be in the. Okay.
Yeah, let's forget that one. Actually, go down, and there are remarks also there. Birds taxiway, military aircraft, FAA portion of taxiway, ramp line, ground vehicle. Okay, it's not here though. Interesting.
I think I saw it. You can just search for pattern east or patterns east in the take the
Runway
one of the
35
other
right
results.
has a right traffic pattern, that's understandable, and runway 35 left
And the
has a
last one,
left.
last result.
Yeah, and this is left traffic pattern, right, for runway 35 left, which is published.
Yeah.
And last, yeah, okay.
VFR patterns to east. That's what I meant.
Check. Yeah. Local trend discourage when conducting VFR approach. VFR VFR patterns. Right. Okay. All right. Yeah. So good remark. However, it's still published as a left traffic pattern, which I do understand. Kind of. Maybe if you're flying patterns, you should do that like on 3-5 right.
Yeah.
This one might be also just if you intend to do like a series of patterns or something like that. Yeah.
Good point.
But good catch definitely. So I will choose to ignore it for me today because I don't want to be doing patterns over this runway. And I will just do this, but a very good catch. And in any case, ATC would tell you what to do. Yeah, last thing I wanted to mention, we are not flying IFR procedure, but look here at South Lake Tahoe, and if we were flying IFR and we wanted, in the IMC conditions, then this is where you find what to do if you don't have any charted departure procedures. It's just text, but it's understandable. Wanted to point that, for example, for RA36, it's climb heading 357 to intercept and climb on, and this is this VOR here, Palisades VOR. So on Palisades VOR radial 113 to Palisades VOR and then proceed on course. So just so you know that this is where we can find this one. You need to. Yeah. I don't really understand this other takeoff minima. You can see that we're standard with minimum climb of 755 feet per nautical mile to 6,500. And 6,500 is just 200 feet above the runway. So I guess, yeah.
Because there is an obstacle close in, maybe?
I believe that the way how they calculate it is that they calculate that you should be able to do 200 feet per nautical mile with standard climb, right? And if you check the route, so the path, so for example, you do this. Let's see, you do this 357 heading until you can intercept 113 radial, which is right there. So this is 113 radial from the VOR. Okay, let's do that again. 3. Right, so we will take off, and then you will turn left, and with that standard climb of 200 feet per nautical mile, you need 200 feet per nautical mile. You need to be able to clear all the obstacles with some protected area, protected height, and I believe that it would be just those 200 feet or 100 feet just shy of that. So they stipulated that in the first 200 feet, you need to gain, some altitude quicker, and then you can kind of go standard.
Maybe.
But that's how they calculate these, if you need to do that. Yeah, but if you have this visibility, right? So cloud ceiling at 300 and this visibility, then you don't need to adhere to that minimum climb. Which actually it will be obstacle. Because as you can see, this is like a ceiling of 300 feet. So that's there is probably something. Let's see the airport diagram, or is Lake Tahoe.
There's some larger obstacle just, I think, northeast of the airport.
Yeah, if I take the instrument approach chart, It's actually the one. Yeah,
Or not?
yeah, there is obstacle
there it is.
6,364 feet. It's very close to the runway, so that's why. Yeah, so you were right again. You should be starting, doing the briefings.
I'm always right after I've said everything else. I tried everything else.
So next time it's you doing the briefing.
If you want to listen to a really bad one, I guess.
And no, obviously this is not correct. So I've even done a terrible job of doing the preparation here, I see. So we have radio calls on this frequency, obviously. RNO tower came online. Which one is that one? Lake Tahoe International. Okay, that's not us. Okay, guys. So unless there are any more questions, I will wish you happy flying and see you at Sacramento.
Bye.
So Thomas, at this point in time, is there somebody at Sacramento Tower?
No.
Or you can't see it? No. So if there is nobody there, then we switch to the CTAF of 122.95?
No, 125.7 is the CTAF of Sacramento. Lake Tahoe is 122.85.
Okay, so when I look at the sky vector, I see the 125.7. What's the 122.95? What is that? What does that refer to?
Nothing. You mean
But it is on this.
Yeah, okay. So it's in the airport diagram. 1, 2, 2.
Well, it's not in the airport diagram. It's, if you look at the sky vector, I mean, it's besides the left trap. Yeah, it's basically where it says Sacramento International. In one line below, it says 122.95. What is that for?
Okay.
It's not there in this airport diagram, but
you might be correct, but there would be a letter C next to it. Let's try to find this. Let's try to find this here on the 122.95 Unicom.
Unicom.
Yeah, but be aware that Unicom, as VATSIM specifies it, is something else than CTAF. There is some difference between CTAF and Unicom. I don't know which is that for now, but Unicom is basically, I believe, used when you need to communicate from the aircraft to the ground, but with someone on the ground, not self-announcement. I believe that's that. Let's see if we have opening hours here. So we have Capitol Tower, and it's open 24/7. So in real time, it would not happen, that you wouldn't have that. And in any case, we can also check in vPilot if it has the CTA frequency for KSMF, was it? Yeah, and it's 125.7. So it's Unicom, and I can give it to you as your homework. What is the difference between Unicom and CTAF, and you can present next time if you want.
For now, okay, thank you. I'll use the 125.7.
Or if I remember, I might try to find that information, and let's use it as something fun or something interesting next time.
Sure.
All right, guys. Enjoy your flight. All right. It seems to be good. So let's get going. Yeah, I do need to start the SPATX now. I connected devices. And now it's working. Very good. We are quite high, but for just pumping the fuel, I will use full mixture. Fuel pressure is rising. Alrighty. I need to prime it at least once. Fuel quantity, I have slightly more in the right tank, so I will switch right tank. Very good. And I believe we can start the aircraft. Just leave the mixture a little bit, we are still quite high. Okay, beacon goes on. Nobody's around, so clear prop. Let's crank it. Ah, come on. Very good. Good start. Oil pressure in the green, fuel pressure in the green. And we already have one departing. I will lean that quite a bit. Avionics go on. Navigation lights go on. We should be pointing west, slightly off, so let's see that. Like so. Current weather 3023. So let's configure that one 3023 like so. And the altitude of the or elevation of the airfield agrees with me. Okay. Temperature is 20 degrees even this high, so we have quite we have high pressure and we have high temperature, so the density altitude will be quite high. We are going VFR. Yes. We will be using the map just to get around the airport. And we should be doing 36. It was 357 if I remember correctly. Let's use that one. Where is this yoke? There it is. Okay. Frequency 122.9er, that's correct. That is, yeah, it says M45 CTAF, but we know that it's also our CTAF, right? No, it's not. 122.85 should be. So let's change that. 122.85. This is 85, obviously. There we go. And I already select 125.7 here to be prepared. Okay. Alright, oil temperature is rising. Everything is good. I believe it's time to taxi. Lake Tahoe traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, Piper Comanche on the ramp and taxiing to runway 36, Lake Tahoe. Parking brake goes off. Just one brake. Second brake, it's working. Checking that my instrument's working, compass is turning, directional gyro is turning, turn coordinator also turning. Alright.
Lake Tahoe traffic, calling 36 Foxtrot, departing on the 36, try it out, Lake Tahoe.
Today I'm expecting some nice flight. Let's not enter the runway yet. So I'll do it differently. I will set my OBS to point the runway heading. Actually, let's... yeah, that's alright. Well, that was quite a short takeoff. Guess Kodiak is quite powerful. I should probably have given way, but they were just standing, so let's cheat. And I have an experience that I need to do that a little bit forward of the neutral to have like better handling at the takeoff. So I'll just do that. I mean the elevator trim, obviously. Okay, I can switch off the yeah, I can switch off the map. I don't want to use it. We'll be exclusively using this one.
Lake Tahoe traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, upwind runway 36, 7,800, climbing 10,500, will turn left and overfly the field, Lake Tahoe.
Right. So I'll raise it to 2000 RPM and also adjust the mixture so I have the highest horsepower. I will use that for takeoff. And let's check magnetos. So one magneto, good drop of 100 RPM. Second magneto, also good drop. Now let's cycle the prop. See, we have positive charge on the amp meter.
Lake Tahoe traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, overflying the field to the south at 9,900, climbing 10,500.
It is just
Final call, Lake Tahoe.
unrealistic. Okay, so everything seems to be working. Nice. So fuel pump goes on, landing lights, strobe lights. We are squawking, very good. We have a right tank selected. Let's get to it. Lake Tahoe traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, taking off, departing runway 36, straight of departure. Lake Tahoe. Airspeed is alive. Let's gain some speed. Gear up.
Lake Tahoe traffic, November 75600, taking off from runway 36, Lake Tahoe.
Fuel pump off. Landing lights off. Landing gear off. And slightly reduce RPM for climb power. We'll transition to 120 miles per hour to get better airflow over the engine. And let's turn. There's this first lake I want to fly over. Lake Tahoe traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, after departure at 8,000 feet, climbing 8,500, and currently just 3 miles northwest of the field, and we'll fly over the lake and continue west afterwards, Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe traffic,
8,500.
Alpha, taking off runway 36, square out departure, Lake Tahoe.
Start of the lake is my point. Let's start my timer. And that's the leaf lake. It should take me about, let's say, 2.5 minutes. I should point roughly in 158, sorry. Something like that. We're basically looking to cross these mountains there. I should be looking for a road and maybe some small lake, which might not be visible, or it's probably not this one. Yeah, but it might be. There is a road, so let's try to follow it. Right there. Yeah, let's fly in between of those mountains. Let's hope this is a correct road. I just reset it. It's 220. .3, let's say, and now we should be flying around 252, heading. It took me like 10 minutes to get to bullet points. Lake Tahoe traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, currently south of the airfield and continuing west at 8,500 feet through the valley. Final call, Lake Tahoe. Alright, switch. Or actually, why do it now? If I look at the map, roughly in the middle, I should maybe see those reservoirs to my right, but it might be behind this one, so hard to say. I guess we'll see what happens. Might be there, but it might be the farther one. Might be this one that I see, or it might be that one. I don't know yet. Just continue flying. And what I plan is that after I reach Pollock Pines, I will start my descent all the way to 2,500. There are higher, like bigger, stronger winds down there. But still, I want to descend and get ready to be at my destination, because the whole flight should take just over half an hour, and we already spent 10 minutes in the air. Yeah, so this will be the first one, and that's the farthest one, I think. And also, I should be kind of at 5 minutes mark or so. I should be near them, which seem to be correct. I can't really see the road per se because it's under me. I don't don't really want to fly into the hills. I'm staying above.
Lake Tahoe traffic, Kilo Golf Alpha, currently west of the airport, is 10,000 feet. Final call, Lake Tahoe traffic.
Let's see. When reaching here, I should already switch to the other altimeter, so I will do 2999er right now. And that will magically put me just at 8,500 feet. Was it intentional? Maybe. I'll let you decide. So here we have one reservoir and then the lake behind it. Yeah, time is about right. So we are going in the good direction, and I believe it's time to start looking for that road, which is probably winding its way through the valley there. And I need to make sure that when I reach Pollock Pines, we are still in the mountain at Pollock Pines, and I might be recognizing that according to the other lake here, or water body. And then shortly after I should be seeing some airfield. It has 2 runways, and Placerville after that. But if that will be that body of water next to Pollock Pines, I hope so at least. Yeah. Looks like it. There's a slight bend in the road, which might be this one, or it might be not. But let's see when we get there. That wet compass is really lively. I wonder how I'm gonna be able to sync that without using the D button. I believe I see that. Just as always, just move it slightly to the south or like left, and should be fine. Landing might be quite interesting today because of the winds. Pollock Pines will probably not be visible, but this water body is, and it's this one. Pollock Pines will be just in the valley somewhere there. And we actually have the road not going through the valley, but is it on top? Could it be? Maybe we have river in the valley, right? Yeah, that will be a river, and then oh, that might be this other road there. Oh, it's actually going this way. I believe that might be the road that I see. So let's position ourselves slightly to the north of that road. We are able to better see that out of our left window. Pollock Pines is at the a few more seconds until we get there. It's gonna be exactly 10 minutes, as I see. Let's do that. Let's do that exactly 10. So 10.0, yep. And now let's start our descent. So I'll just reduce some power. Our next heading 255. Well, it's basically the same. Yep. Where do we have that road? Is it below us? Is it that one? It might be that one. Yes. Let's try to arrest that descent at around 600 or 700 feet per minute. I believe that would be the nice decent rate to aim for. Come on. So what I need to look for right now is obviously the airfield and then the Placerville. I don't know if that's just some village or hopefully it's not that one, but I should be doing 4 minutes, so it's definitely not that one. This looks like a field. Hard to say if it's the field that I'm looking for. I'll do a carb heat just to be sure, even though that there's pretty dry air in the area, so maybe I don't need to do that. Let's see, are there any other airports I can mistake? Yeah, there is. I don't know the position. It's just one runway, and there is a beacon. Yeah, it must be that one. In that case, Placerville will be this one, this town. The road goes through. This will be Placerville, hopefully. Yeah, that one. So we are leaving mountains behind us, so it's time for a photo, is it? Nothing spectacular, so let's head back inside. We have airport here. I'll tune in the frequency already, and I believe I already see the Folsom Lake, which is right there. So navigation became quite easy at this point. Yeah, we have some gusts. So, what about that Placerville? Maybe this one is the Placerville. Might be so. let's count that it is. So 412, so that's 4.2. Yep. Next one is well, it says that I will be finished with my descent in 4 miles, which is obviously very wrong. I don't know how it calculates. 20 miles is not enough. Oh, maybe it is, but in any case, let's keep going. Next fix is Folsom Lake, which is the time it should be 4 plus 2 and 5, so 6 minutes and a half. And I was hoping to be down there to reduce that power even more. Let's get the latest weather.
Capital traffic, November 36 Foxtrot, Type Delta Kodiak about 10 miles east, 1500 for a left traffic, runway 35 left, Capital.
Well, this is Interstate 50, now it's pretty nicely visible and it diverges from us, which is correct. But check the map, you can see that it diverges. And this is Folsom Lake. And I have selected the near portion of that lake to be my, in this case not turning point, but it's called turning point, so say checkpoint.
Capital traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, 4 miles east, 1400 will overfly the field east to west at 1500 and then a direct entry to a left traffic runway 35 left. Capital.
So that METAR was 18. Okay, so we have like a new METAR in a few minutes, but it will not update in the simulator. So 2986 on the altimeter. Yep. And by magic, I'm lower again. Already select this 235. I have some reference. And after reaching Folsom Lake, it's gonna be 260, so I'll already put that in. It's very similar. It's just straight flying today. To be some low layer of haze or mist, fog, whatever. Okay, let's enrich the mixture a bit. Let's switch the fuel tanks. So left one on, right one off.
Capital traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, correction on the previous position report. It was actually the wrong field. I was above McClellan, now 10 miles east of capital traffic.
Someone has not been timing their legs.
I have been timing my legs, but I was way faster for some reason.
So someone did not do the preparation correctly. No hard feelings. I can mess up pretty
I
hard
think
myself.
during descent my ground speed was way higher, so none
Yeah.
of the timings was correct.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it's the first time I've descended like 10,000 feet. So it's most of the time it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But this time it does.
But you realized that before you landed, so that's good.
Yeah. I was like, why is there only one runway? It should be two. Oh no, it's McClellan.
Yes. So happy landing.
Yeah, try my best. McClellan traffic, correction, capital traffic, code 36 Foxtrot, about 4 miles east, 1,500 will overfly the field east to west till 1,500 for a direct entry to the left pattern, runway 35 left, capital.
Capital traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie Piper Comanche, currently over Folsom Lake, 20 miles east at 3,000 feet, and will be coming into land. Capital. Leave that mixture almost full. Well, oh, I didn't have the carpet. Yeah, I did not do it after all because the air is quite dry, I believe. There's just green and then there's brown. We are crossing the river. So this one river. And then we have just a big yellow blob of Sacramento. Oh, let's stop descending, shall we? I'm now going much slower than 150, definitely. That doesn't matter, I don't want to
Traffic,
that
code
much.
36 Foxtrot, turning left downwind, runway 35 left, capital.
Should take me around 10 minutes to get there, so and maybe even more because I'm definitely not doing 150 right now. I'm doing like 130, not even that. But it's quite hot and the altimeter is lower though, so yeah. Gonna be around 1:30, what I'm doing. I could speed up, but I don't really want to.
Capital traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, turning left base, runway 35 left, Capital. Capital traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, turning final, runway 35 left, full stop landing, Capital.
So we have a highway going through. I believe that that's basically this one, what shows. Because then we have the field, which is that one. We should be crossing slightly more north of it. Oh, maybe I'm incorrect, on the correct course. But since we are there, I believe that it's time to make another call, because now we are around, let's say, just 10 miles, so 10 miles.
56 Bravo, Henry A, left down, 5 right, Sacramento.
Capital traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Charlie, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, 10 miles to the east over McClellan Airfield at 2,700 feet. We'll be joining left downwind from runway 35 left, Capital. Is this middle marker? Yeah, probably for this field. That's gusty.
Capital traffic, Kodiak 36 Foxtrot, runway 35 left, vacated at Alpha 11, taxiing to South GA parking, Capital.
The fuel, I have slightly... that's kind of impossible to judge. Well, based on experience, I will just slightly turn this left, like 2 degrees at least. And fuel. I have more in left or right? It's kind of sloshing, so hard to tell. I have roughly the same amount in both, so that's fine. I'm going on left tank, which appears to be fuller. I'll just go with that. So that should be Sacramento International. So let's just go a little bit right. So I could actually do this end of the runway. It should be more safe. And we have a colleague landing there. That'll reduce power to get down. Elevation 27, so traffic pattern altitude 1000 feet, quite high. Let's get down. Raise the RPM a little bit, so
Capital traffic, November 7560
descends better.
with a Cessna Type 172 over Folsom Lake, about 25 miles from the airport, planning to land in runway 35 left. Capital traffic.
Capital traffic to the Alvin Kilo Golf Alpha is a type of Comanche. Overhead the McLaren effort. We are planning to land runway 35 left. Capital traffic.
Capital traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, crossing the field from east to west. We're joining left downwind runway 35 left to land. Capital. Don't see anyone on the downwind. Mixture at this point. Capital traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, joining left downwind runway 35 left, capital. And let's select gear down. Stretching out the flaps. We are quite windy today, so I'm gonna use just flaps 15, like I have right now planned. The winds are actually coming from the right, so I'm doing completely wrong pattern here. I'm converging to the runway instead of flying parallel. So let's give myself some time here to adjust on the final. Capital traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, turning left base runway 35 left to land. Capital. Okay, so let's get down. Gear is down. Let's verify we're switching off the nav light. Yeah, gear is down. And I'm completely not paying attention to my flying, so that's a horrible pattern. Capital traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie, final runway 35 left, full stop, capital. That's demonstration how not to fly the pattern. Okay, so right rudder, left aileron. Let's see how we do.
Ground speed is so low today for everyone.
Sorry, what was it?
Speed is so low with this headwind. You looked like you were standing in the air.
Yeah. Was using a lot of right rudder to actually keep pointing straight.
Yeah, I was almost out of rudder authority. Guess should have gone for flaps 1 landing instead of flaps 2. There's so much runway.
Yeah, I did flaps 1. Capital traffic, Oscar Kilo Golf Papa Charlie vacated on Alpha 11 and taxiing to South General Aviation Parking via Alpha Capital. Okay, landing lights off, strobe lights off, fuel pump off. Clean the mixture.
Still talking on Discord.
Thank you. Okay. Now I can turn on the map. And I hope that I'm going correctly. Yeah, Alpha all the way to South General Aviation Parking. Doing quite fast, right? Around 32, oh my god. The wind is pushing me forward. Yeah, still warning, no kidding.
traffic traffic, Kilo Golf Alpha, vacated runway 35 left on Alpha 11. Capital traffic, Kilo Golf Alpha, taxiing to the South GA parking via Alpha.
I believe this time it's time for some. Oh, cannot anymore. I believe it's time for some wheel chokes and tie downs. Yep. So let's review my horrific pattern. Okay. Yeah. Well, that happens. But otherwise, I believe that I've flown correctly along that line. It was not difficult to follow this one. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you next time. Take care and flying. Bye.